Welcome to the EYE training for Portfolio. At the end of this training, you will know how to create your online teacher portfolio that demonstrates understanding of standards not demonstrated through the observations. Being a technology school, it's critical that our teachers understand many platforms and applications, and by understanding them, see how they can be used with students, which is one of the standards on the Utah Standards Continuum. You'll notice over here on the links, there's the Weebly site, which you will select to create your own Weebly site, and there's My Weebly site, which you will select to see the required elements for each teacher's Weebly site. I would recommend that mentors go in first and view My Weebly site to see the required elements, and that they go into the creation site and make their own Weebly site. This can be an online portfolio that you keep and use throughout your teaching career, and it will enable you to be a better mentor, better able to direct your teacher as they proceed with creating their own site. One of the elements of great teaching is that we never assume that understanding has taken place and that somebody knows how to do something. Great teachers always teach and then model for their students. So take a look at my site, which I have pulled up here. This is what you will see when this is the site that goes out to the world. If you'll notice, the required elements are home page, a blog page, a documentation page, and an observation page. And in a minute I'll show you how you look at the editing view of this site. But on the home page, this is where teachers can get very creative, and they should get very creative. This is the page they can customize. They can put their photo, they can put a video, they can put their teaching philosophy, their resume, they can provide a contact form. This is the place where you get very creative and personal. And this is also demonstrating a mastery level understanding of Standard 2F in the Utah Professional Teaching Standards. So I've already shown the required elements, but they're listed here as well. Any other additions to this are completely optional, always keeping in mind the professional standard that we have at Utah Virtual Academy. So let's take a look at these elements one by one. The blog is the place where the collaboration between teacher and mentor is documented. Any kinds of meetings, discussions, anything that you do that's a collaborative nature needs to be recorded here. This is where the principals and program coordinators will go to see that a regular and quality communication is existing between the mentor and the teacher. It's just like a regular blog, so meetings can take the place of mentors asking teachers to post following their conversations. It can come in the form of a teacher posting a question and a mentor commenting. It can come in the form of a mentor asking the teacher to post something and then commenting on what they've posted. Several of the documentation, which we'll get to in a minute, will probably be located here in the form of teacher conversations between their mentor. So as much information as is put here, that will be an indicator of how quality and how much time was spent communicating with the teacher. The documentation page is coming soon. I won't say any more about it other than it's the posting location for the demonstration of standards 2, 4, and 5. These are the standards that were not demonstrated through the 2 observations. The documentation page will be updated soon, and you will be notified that the information is available, and no due dates for anything regarding documentation will appear before the information on what to do is here. Finally, the observations, which was discussed in the observation training. This is where the teacher is going to post their recorded sessions link. They need to create and there's a standard 1 column and a standard 3. They need to create a tiny URL and use this naming convention, which is the teacher's last name, underscore, the date the session was taught, underscore, and S1 for standard 1, and the same for standard 3. Any additional recorded sessions that the teacher would like to post can be posted here. These are not required, they're optional, but perhaps a teacher has a great lesson that they would like the world to see, and this would be the place to put it. And so feel free to post any other sessions that you think demonstrate excellent teaching here. Those are the required elements for the teacher's portfolio. And again, this can be named anything that you would like to name it. Later on, you'll be given directions. Let's go back to the SharePoint site. Here, in the form of an announcement of how to send me your Weebly link. Teachers only. Mentors don't need to send it, but teachers need to send their Weebly link so that we can put it here on the EYE contact list. That way, if any principal or program coordinator needs to look at a teacher's Weebly site, they have quick access to the link here. But directions for that will be coming on the announcements page very shortly. Let's just take a minute and look at my Weebly site in the editing view. So if you can see, there's lots of elements in Weebly, and it has a drag and drop functionality, which makes it very fast and very easy. Rather than save, they use a publish, and you can edit this images. They have lots to choose from, and you can see I've just dragged and dropped all these elements, and so it's really easy to use. And one of the other reasons it was selected is that the video loading is very simple. So if a teacher records themselves, which that is very possible that will be one of the documentation requirements, a teacher videotaping, recording themselves, speaking about one of the standards, or answering a question that's posted, that will be really easy to do using Weebly. All right, thank you for joining the Teacher Portfolio Training.